What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, aka the King of Soul, and today we got some Jordan 1s to look at. The Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. This is the Rebellionaire colorway. Do me a favor, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, go ahead and hit that share button. These videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes, so if you have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to drop those down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So this particular sneaker actually came out a few years back. So the Air Jordan 1 Rebellionaire was actually supposed to commemorate like a moment in time. So when Michael Jordan actually inked his deal with the Nike brand, they did actually go to release the Air Jordan 1. At that time, the NBA, they only wanted their players to wear predominantly, white shoes. So because like the red and the Chicago colorway on the Jordan 1s, they are predominantly, black and red. It caused some issues. So the NBA, they actually wanted to go ahead and find Michael Jordan. But the Nike brand, they were so because the hype surrounding Michael at that time was so grand. So they actually went ahead and paid that fine each game that Michael Jordan wore his shoes. So they actually did go ahead and try to capitalize on the hype, and they actually did go ahead and release this commercial.
On September 15th, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. On October 18th, the NBA threw them out of the game. Fortunately, the NBA can't stop you from wearing them. Air Jordans from Nike.
Now, surrounding this entire box, you do have, because they did have a slogan, catchphrase, so to speak. It said they can't stop you from wearing them. So, of course, on the top of the box, you do have this big red X, kind of resembling what was actually on the original band Jordan 1s. And if I can find a picture of that sneaker, I'll go ahead and put that in there as well. But this particular sneaker, surrounding the box, they had that slogan in this graffiti font saying, they can't stop you from wearing them. So pretty much, yeah. It's like a matte black finish, but then the graffiti font is was in that gloss text. But there's the bottom of the actual box. So the box label on this particular sneaker does read Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG, and then the colorway says black, gray, and then treason. So when you go ahead and open the box, you are met with this special paper that they had, and it's actually a picture of Michael Jordan wearing the red Jordan 1s, and then they have these red lines going through it, just kind of just falling right into the hype. Just, they did their thing with this release. I ain't even gonna cap on this one. So when you open the box, you are met with this Air Jordan 1 silhouette. And there are a few things on this particular sneaker that is a little bit different than what you would expect with most Air Jordan 1s. And we're going to go ahead and dig into it. But there you go. Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Rebellionaire. Biggest thing for me on this sneaker was the red X's. So we're going to go ahead and look at the right shoe like always. So for the most part, from hindsight, you just see this standard Air Jordan 1 bill on a sneaker. So throughout the entire upper of the sneaker, the biggest difference on this sneaker from any other Air Jordan 1 is that they can't stop you from wearing them text and that graffiti. And it is going across the black leather here. Now on the black leather, going towards the toe box and the mid panel here, it is significantly bigger than the text that's on the gray portion of the sneaker and white. But you do have, like most Air Jordan 1s, you have that Air Jordan 1 Wings logo that is stamped there. So you have the gray panels on the back and then a gray Nike swoosh. Going toward the front of the sneaker, you do have that perforated toe box like always. Nothing changed there, but it is in that gray, and it does have they can't stop you from wearing them. Font text on the front of the sneaker. The shoe does come with these flat black laces, but they do have another lace option. I believe it's white. When I get the other sneaker, I'll go into that. But the flat black laces come, you know, as the default, the standard. They do have the black mesh tongue like they always do on most Air Jordan 1s, but like on the tongue they have a black tag, and then they had the Nike Air branding in white. Going toward the medial side of the actual sneaker, pretty much the same as you would expect from any other Air Jordan 1. You got that hits of gray, and then the gray Nike swoosh, black going across the panels there, and then going toward the eye stays like you do have that they can't stop you from wearing them sex. Pretty solid sneaker, man. Like the hype around this, it was a dope release, man. I understand like why people went crazy over this one, because I even got mine in the resale market. So of course, like at the end of the day, like I just had to have these. Biggest thing going in the back, they do have like that red band X on the heel, and then they do have like, you know, that gray tab like they always do with most Air Jordan 1s. At the bottom of the sneaker, pretty much what you expect from any other Air Jordan 1, nothing too different there. So like this time you do have it like in that gray, I guess they call it that treason, I don't know. But it is a darker gray from like what's on the panels of the sneaker, but pretty much the same traction overall, like design of any other Air Jordan 1 at the bottom there. But yeah, man, this particular sneaker, like people went crazy over this one here. And like me personally, I had to have this sneaker. So again, I had to pay for mine in the resale market. But they do come with like, you know, this second lace option. And this time, like they do give you an extra pair of gray flat laces. I'm not going to take like the insole out, but it is an all black insole. And it does have a gray Nike Air branding on the insole. But yeah, man, pretty much what you expect from any other Air Jordan 1, nothing too different. But yeah, man, if I were to actually go ahead and grade this sneaker out of a 10, they knocked this one out of a park. 10 out of 10, man. Like they couldn't have did anything different. I feel like it was a solid release. I still haven't wore these. I'm waiting for the right outfit. Y'all already know how I do. But like this was like a pretty solid release. I just had to have these. As far as like sizing, pretty much like they fit like any other Air Jordan 1. So I mean, for me, that's mostly like, you know, true to size. But the biggest thing about this sneaker, like I did notice like when I did try to sneaker on, it does kind of get tight around like this area here at the bottom where the laces start. So like, I mean, if you want to like go up like a half size or something, like that's on you. I feel like, yeah, to give you a little bit of room, because like it does give you some discomfort like in that area. But I mean, you can like, you know, try to loose lace them too. I mean, there's a few things that you can do, but at the end of the day, man, like it's pretty solid release. But I want to thank you guys for always taking the time to check in with me like always. If you want to stay engaged with me, make sure you hit me on all of my social media network channels. I'm actually on all of them: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, even YouTube here. Everything is at the King of Soul. Before we get up out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a B-roll like I always do. But let's go ahead and give you guys a 360. But there's the front of the actual sneaker. There's the lateral side of the right, lateral side of the left. There's the bottom, standard Air Jordan 1 bottom in gray. There's your medial side. And then the biggest thing, like I said, the biggest thing for me on this sticker was that red X on the back. So of course, like, you know, it has that hourglass like always. But yeah, man, I thank you guys for taking the time to check in with me. Air Jordan 1 Rebellionaire, pretty solid release. But until next time, see you later.